Aloha, life coach Lucky from Maui in Freeway Park, Seattle, Washington, on a beautiful blue sky, summer sunny day. And today I want to talk to you about going with the flow. When I was growing up in a dysfunctional home, my parents did the best they could, but it wasn't always pretty, bless their hearts. And so when people told me, oh, just go with the flow, or I'm going with the flow, to me, that meant letting people walk all over me, because in the family in which I was raised, I didn't have a voice, and I didn't feel welcome in my home during my childhood. And so when I was in school and trying to make friends, if people let me hang out, I was a chameleon and was just quiet most of the time. And then when I did speak up, I said what I thought they wanted to hear, so they wouldn't reject me. So they would let me continue to hang around with them. And so when people said go with the flow, I thought that meant continue being a chameleon, and that did not ever feel good inside. Today, however, as my authentic self, I have a new understanding of going with the flow. Today, for me, that means being my authentic self and being with God. And I know when I first started thinking about God, I grew up in church, but that was not the best fit for me as a young adult. I went away from that because it was a judgmental church, and that wasn't my version of God. And fairly recently, the last few years, I've developed a new understanding, my understanding of my higher power. And so the more I have conscious contact with my higher power, and at the moment I call the higher power God sometimes I call it the greater spirit or divine compassion. Most of the time I refer to my higher power as she, as a female. But whatever that spirit is, I don't exactly understand it, but I appreciate it, and I work every day to pray and meditate and be in alignment. Trust my gut, if you want to call that, the instinct within you to do the things that feel right to you. To me, that is going with the flow. And so the last time I was in Seattle, I had just watched a Ken Burns documentary on national parks, and I was stoked to visit Freeway Park and Gasworks Park. So I put that on my to-do list. Now when I visit Seattle, I'm visiting my life coaching clients, and most of the time I'm here, I'm focused on work, but because I value balance in my life, I do schedule some time just to play and have fun and explore and be curious and feed that part of myself. And so I had this note in my folder: visit Gasworks Park, visit Freeway Park, and it did not happen. I had these really good opportunities to visit other beautiful parks and awesome people, met some new clients, and met some people I just became friends with, which is awesome. But I didn't force it. I didn't force, okay, before I get on that plane back to Maui, I need to, even if I just stop on the way to the airport for 5 minutes, go to Freeway Park. I just let it go. Because I'm learning that the more I'm in alignment with God's will, and the things that I did on that trip and the things that I'm doing on this trip, a month and a half, past my last trip, I'm, in a store, and it feels like God's saying, you need to move on. You need to go back to your car. And so I was moving back to my car. I parked at the convention center, and a friend of mine that I had lunch with earlier today, we ran into each other on the street, and I had actually walked past the convention center because my GPS on my phone was confused, or I was confused on how to read it. And he's like, hey, Lucky. And we started talking, and he was, parked at the convention center too, and we walked together, so it was really easy to find it with the tour guide. And he's like, oh, and you go up these steps right here, it's Freeway Park. I'm like, no way, that has been on my bucket list. And so it just really feels like today I'm in alignment with God's will. Every day I pray only for the knowledge of God's will and the power to carry that out. And most of the time I pray, God grant me, I only want the knowledge of your will today and the power to carry that out today. And so whatever I do today, I'm assuming, I'm trusting, I'm having faith that tomorrow my needs will be met as well as today. And so today I'm thankful to go with the flow, which means victory and joy and peace, and not forcing things, not, you know, surrendering and whatever, you know, people want to say to me and trample on me. Okay, I'll go with the flow, and just, no, that's not it at all. I'm taking pride in myself and pride in my life, but I'm not forcing things. I'm going with the flow. So my prayer for you today, my wish for you today, my intention for you today is to go with the flow. Lucky Maui, over and out.